When most people think about a career in finance, they imagine 80-hour work weeks, endless spreadsheets, late-night emails, and stress levels so high you don't even have time to eat dinner at home. And honestly, in a lot of finance roles, that's true. But what if I told you there actually are finance careers where you can work reasonable hours, enjoy flexibility, have time for family, and still build a solid career? Today, let's explore which finance career tracks truly offer low stress, real work-life balance, and stability, and which ones to avoid. I came across this question online. Are there any careers in finance that are calm, low stress, and let you actually have a life outside of work? The person asking didn't just want a cushy job. They wanted something very specific. Reasonable hours 40 to 45 per week. Flexibility leaving for a doctor's appointment without asking for permission like a school kid. Autonomy being judged by results, not by how long you sit at your desk. Low stress. Number 11 p.m. emails. No weekend emergencies. Family balance being able to attend your kid's science fair or show up at the hospital when someone you love needs you, basically. They weren't asking for a dream job. They were asking for a normal life in finance, which, let's be honest, is rarer than it should be. Let's clear this up right away. Investment banking gives forget it. 80+ hours a week. Nights, weekends, you name it. Private equity or hedge funds gives same story. High pay, high prestige, but zero life. Corporate, development or M&A gives better than banking, but still brutal during deals. So, if balance is your priority, those doors are closed. But here's the good news. There are career tracks that are calmer, steadier, and much more family-friendly. 1. Corporate finance. FP&A financial planning and analysis. FP&A often gets overlooked, but it's one of the best balanced roles in finance. Hours, usually 40 to 45 per week, except during budgeting season. Stress, moderate, mostly cyclical. Flexibility. Many companies allow remote work or flexible hours. Ladder. Analyst gives senior, analyst gives manager, gives director gives VP, and the balance generally stays intact all the way up. You spend your time analyzing business performance, forecasting numbers, and helping leadership plan strategy. Important work, but not the kind that keeps you chained to your desk at midnight. 2. Treasury corporate. Treasury is about managing a company's cash, liquidity, and financial risk. Hours, steady, usually 40 per week. Stress, low, unless there's a major financial crisis. Flexibility, growing, remote options. Ladder, analyst gives manager, gives director of treasury, gives treasurer. The beauty of treasury is it's critical but not chaotic. You're not firefighting daily, you're planning and safeguarding. 3. Risk management and compliance hours, typically 9 to 5. Stress, low to moderate, mostly project-based. Flexibility, many firms offer hybrid setups. Ladder, analyst gives risk manager gives director, chief risk officer. Here, your role is to make sure the company isn't taking unnecessary risks or breaking regulations. It's more about steady oversight than high-pressure deadlines. 4. Internal audit. Hours, predictable, 40 to 45. Stress, spikes during audits but nothing like banking. Autonomy, lots of independence when reviewing processes. Ladder, auditor gives senior auditor, gives audit manager, gives audit director. Internal audit often feels like detective work inside the company. You get to investigate processes, suggest improvements, and then move on to the next project. 5. Government finance and regulatory agencies if you work at the SEC, Federal Reserve, Treasury Department, or even state-level finance offices. Hours, some of the best in the industry. Stress, very low compared to Wall Street. Benefits, excellent pensions and healthcare. Ladder, stable career track, often unionized. You won't make hedge fund money, but ULL make a good living, and ULL be home for dinner almost every night. 6. Non-profit or university finance hours, 9 to 5 is the norm. Stress, minimal, except during annual budget cycles. Flexibility, high, with lots of holidays and time off. Ladder, analyst gives manager, gives CFO of a non-profit or academic institution. The pay ceiling is lower, but if quality of life is your priority, this can be a perfect path. Picture this. One parent works in investment banking. The other in FP&A. The banker parent is still at the office at 10 p.m. polishing slides for a pitch that may not even win. They miss dinner, miss bedtime stories, and spend their weekends recovering. The FP&A parent, they're home by 6. They help their kid build a volcano for the science fair. They might log in for an hour during budget season, but otherwise, their evenings are free. Both parents work in finance. One is climbing a high-stakes ladder, the other is living life outside of it. That's the trade-off. So, does a perfectly calm, stress-free, 100% flexible finance career exist? Not really. Every job has deadlines and tough weeks. But if you want a career track where balance is built into the system, these are the best bets: FP&A, Treasury, Risk Management, Internal Audit, Government Finance, Non-profit or University Finance. They're not the flashiest, but they offer something much rarer, a real life outside of work. At the end of the day, the right finance career isn't just about salary, it's about how you want to spend your time. So, if balance matters more to you than prestige, these tracks are worth exploring. What do you think? Would you take lower pay for better balance, or do you think the grind is worth it for the bigger paycheck? Drop your thoughts in the comments. And if you want more career breakdowns like this, hit subscribe.